Look how stubby my nails are. Oh my god. Hey guys, welcome back to Fancy Me. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to achieve this beautiful golden hour makeup look. The first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyelids, and I'm going to start with the Revolution Pro Eye Element Eye Primer. This is in the shade Central, and I'm going to have you come a little closer so you can see my face. Hi. Hello. And I am so sorry if you see my bra straps in this video. It's happening, you guys. So I'm going to just prime my lids. Now this stuff is like really intense, so a little goes a long way with it, and it's very creamy and it covers really nicely. Now I have this like really weird milia on my eyelid on this one, and I don't know, does anyone else have that? I have like a little milia. I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill, I love this palette so much, the Jaclyn Hill Artistry Palette Volume 2. It's so pretty. I'm going to take a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH35 brush, and I'm going to dip my brush into the shade Certified. This will help set my primer that I just put on my eyes. This will help it from any little like budging, or it also helps with creasing, and it just looks really nice and fresh. The next thing I'm going to do is take my brush into the shade Comfort Zone, and this is kind of like a pinkier shade, but I really do like it a lot. And I'm gonna start by lightly buffing this on the outer and kind of at the top of my lid, right where that brow bone is. And I'm going to do some windshield wiper motions. You can kind of see I'm just going back and forth with the product very lightly, pretty light hand with this. I want it to be super blended and just very kind of diffused, really diffused and romantic. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush into the shade G Money. G Money is very tannish brown tones. It's just really pretty, and I just feel like it just looks so pretty on anyone. But what I'm doing is I'm just focusing it on the outer edge and just really concentrating it right there in the crease area as well. Not going up too high. I want to keep it as low underneath the brow bone as possible. And then I'm going to take that same brush, and sometimes what I like to do is I'll take my brush and just kind of, before I start blending, I'll just go on the back of my hand like this, and then I'll start diffusing again and blending out, and that usually helps to keep it really nice and diffused. And I'm going back into G Money, and I'm just going back in there with that product, going back in with my other brush and diffusing it again. It's kind of a lot of back and forth diffusing because you just want to have that really pretty gold sultry look. And then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do the other eye. I'll be right back. Okay, and now it's time for the fun part. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty concealer. This is a very intense concealer, and I really only like to use it for this particular technique, I should say. This is the shade Whipped Cream, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand, just like that much. Seriously, very small amount. And with a very flat, more square size brush, this is the JH43 brush, and this is going to be great to help give me some really nice precision when I'm putting this product on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap the product on, and I'm going to start right in the front corner of the lid, and then I'm going to move up and start patting it up the eyelid very gently and very soft. Now the reason why I like to do this, and I think this part is very important, is because it gives it a nice white base for the eyeshadow, any shimmers, any glitters. It just gives a really nice base underneath. It does make a big difference when you do this instead of doing it just like right on top. It just gives a whole different look, and it really ups your makeup game when it comes to this step. So definitely try this step out if you have not. And I'm just bringing the product up a little bit high and keeping it right in the middle of the lid. So I'm stopping halfway like that. Don't worry if it's not perfect on this part here, because we're gonna blend that out and it will be much more seamless in just a second. I'm going to take the Danessa Mavericks Beauty Wet Balm in the shade Clear, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put my put my finger in there and gently just dab a little bit onto it on both eyes. Now this is gonna give that really wet look on your lid. It's really pretty. And just like that. I'm gonna take a little bit, and still using my fingertips for this, I'm gonna take the shade Talia. This is like the fun part. This is really fun. I'm going to take the shade Talia on my finger and just press it on where you put the balm. Now this should be like very subtle. So can you do the other side? So it looks something like that, and now you can kind of see that this part is like this is like not looking too good yet. So what I like to do is I'll take that same brush that I used for G Money, and I'll go like tap my brush into G Money just a little bit and blend that out a little, just lightly. And you don't want to get too close to the balm, because then it will kind of mess it up a little bit, because it is a little tacky, so you got to be careful with not getting into that area. So now you can kind of see it's a little bit more blended out. I'm going to take a little bit of a blending brush and just blend over a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do just a teeny bit of an eyeliner before I put my mascara on. For eyeliner, I'm going to use the Glow stick in the shade Bon Bon. This is a Glow Stay Shadow Stick. I'm going to take my pencil brush by Morphe, and I'm going to dab that on And this technique is what they like to call, or I like to call, the fox eye look. So I'm taking this product and I'm bringing it and I'm following right where that corner is, and I'm going up with it. You can kind of see how it gave that little bit more definition in there. So I'm going to do that a little bit more, and I'm going to bring that corner out just a tad. And then I'm going to bring it all the way up. I just think it gives the look just a total different vibe. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now for that step, you totally could use a brown eyeliner. I just wanted to use more of a cream stick. Something that's a little bit easier to work with. Now that I have this situation like that, I'm going to go in with my mascara. So for mascara, I'm going to use the Honest Beauty. This mascara is my absolute new holy grail. I have like shimmer on my hand. I absolutely have been obsessed with this mascara ever since we've been stuck in the house, and I've been just going to the drugstore for no reason, and it caught my eye. I was like, oh, this is really pretty packaging, let me try this out. And I've never tried a primer like this before. This seriously gives your lashes that false lash effect. The other day when I first put it on, I kid you not, Ryan asked me if I was wearing fake eyelashes because he's like, why are you wearing fake eyelashes around the house, you know? No, I'm just kidding. He thinks it's cool that I still do my makeup around the house. But besides the point, he was like, are you wearing fake eyelashes? Because like they look really good. Are those your real lashes? And I was like, I'm not crazy. Like no babe. No babe, this is this new mascara that I just started using, and it is freaking amazing. And it's so black. The brush on it itself is just like, it grabs the lashes and it combs right through. And the product, the formula is not clumpy at all. I feel like they should like sponsor me at this point, because seriously, it's like you got a lash lift. For lashes, I'm gonna go in with the Vault Lashes by Kala. They come in a 5-pack. I got this from Marshall's. So I got my lashes on, and now I'm feeling like the look is definitely coming together, like so much better. And I'm gonna wipe some of this stuff away. Alright guys, now it's time to do the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Do You Fresh Glow Luminous Face Primer by Too Faced. And I love the pump that it comes out of. It's just like you see that? Like it's so much fun to do. I'm going to put this on my skin. I love how hydrating this primer is. And it just smells amazing and gives your skin that pretty glow. I don't have like too big of pores, so I'm not too worried about filling in pores, but if you need to fill in pores, I would recommend a Juno and Coat primer is really great too. My foundation that I'm going to use today is the Wet n Wild Very Dewy foundation. I really like this foundation because it has full coverage, and also it is just so pretty on the skin. I personally think that It definitely has a different wear than the other one does. This one doesn't wear as long as the Photo Focus foundation that they first came out with. That one definitely has more longer wear power to it, because I think it's just because it doesn't have that, like, it doesn't start to break up like this one, but I just really like it for the finish. If you wear it during work, you know 8 hours, but when you start getting to that 10, 12-hour day, this foundation's probably not going to be your go-to. It may depend. If you're like, I don't know, and I'm really dry, so that says something. So if you're oily, I would not use this. So I'm using the Blendiful right now. Sorry if I didn't say anything about that, but I'm using the Blendiful to blend out my foundation today. I love this thing because it's just so quick, and it gives that really nice airbrush look to your skin. Honestly, it does kind of soak up some of the product. I do find myself using more product than normal, but it's not too bad. I just feel like it saves me time. For concealer today, I'm going to use the Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer. Now, I'm going to go crazy with this stuff because I want to look super bright and very highlighted. This concealer is a concealer that can crease, so you have to be careful with when you're setting, which I'll get into. Apply this also on my chin, right here. Kim Kardashian taught me that one. I'm going to keep my powder right next to me while I'm blending this out, because I'm gonna blend it out and then I'm gonna set, because I do not want to have any creasing. I want to look so soft and like a filter is over my face. I am using original RCMA No Color Powder to set my foundation. So once I blend that out, I'm going to take a dry clean side of my Blendiful and just pat, just to get any excess that is still a little wet. After I do that, then I'm going to take my No Color RCMA powder and set those under eyes. Okay, I'm looking a little crazy right now. So lately I've been loving to cream contour with the Pretty Fresh by ColourPop. This is in the shade Dark 170N. And what I like to do is, while my under eyes are kind of baking, I'm going to take a couple dots. This product is pretty intense actually, especially when I'm contouring, cream contouring. And then I'm gonna take some dots, and since I have a square face, I'm chiseling it out right here on top instead of underneath. And this is a little trick to really bring everything in a little bit more. I'm gonna blend this underneath with this kind of brush. It's by BH Cosmetics. And I'm just gonna start blending that. So I'm actually gonna switch to a more smaller size so I can be more precise with where my product is going. And I'm just tapping the product. I don't want to smear anything around. I gotta be careful because I do have powder over here. I do have a small forehead, so it is kind of awkward when I do this part. Now I'm going to just, I'm gonna take a little, I feel like I need a little bit more right here. So I'm going to brush away the powder. I'm going to take my powder and bake underneath right here and contour my nose. I can almost see the highlight at the tip of my nose, so I'm really just going with that, and I'm just following where I want the snitchery to go. Put it off right here at the very tip, and that gives that more button nose effect. And just blend it out a little bit more with a bigger brush. I'm gonna just take a little bit of that powder again, and I really wanna really tip of this product and I go down. I promise you it looks normal in the end. Okay, while this is baking, I'm going to do my brows. For brows, I'm going to take the NYX Fill and Fluff. I've been using this for like ever since it came out. I love it so much because I really like the fluff on the actual brush on the other side, because it really does fluff them up. I do like my brows to be a little bit more feathered, and I'm okay with a little bit of sparseness. I really just apply the product at the bottom and then bring that product up. Now I did see this technique, I forgot who it was, some makeup artist did this technique where she just puts powder, I don't know who this is, I can't remember, but she puts powder on top of after she does her brow, like pencil or whatever, like this, and then dusts it away. We're trying it out. And I guess it's supposed to give it like it's supposed to give it like some fibers. Kind of gives that like fiber feather look, and then put gel on top of that and put the gel comb through. So let's see. I guess I can kind of see where it can make them look a little bit more fuller for sure. It was an interesting technique. Thought I'd try it out. So now we're getting close to being ready. And ready to go sit on my couch. That's what I meant by ready, is ready to go sit on my couch. Now I'm going to take my Morphe bronzer. I'm gonna bronze up my skin a little bit. This is in the shade, well, this is Mega Star. Love this bronzer, and I love how big the pan is, and the mirror on here is like amazing. I like this shade definitely, and this bronzer itself, because one, it blends out like a dream, and two, I really like the tone because it brings my hair in for sure, like more warm tones, reddish tone. I really like that. It's not too red, but it definitely helps bring some of that glow, sun-kissed look to my skin. I'm just gonna take one brush and just kind of make sure everything is just super blended out. So after that, I'm going to do underneath my eyes, and I'm gonna go underneath first with the shade Comfort Zone, that first shade that I started out with as my transition. And this is exactly going to be used. I'm going to take a smaller brush like this, tip that, go into the shade G Money, and I'm going to dab that product tighter onto where my lashes are. And just blend everything out. because I want that under eye to be super seamless. We gotta have some seamlessness here. I'm gonna take my pencil brush and that eyeliner, or that brown eyeliner again, and I'm just gonna fix, because I feel like I need to just go back in there with. So this is the Tarte Party Blush, and I don't want to do too much actually for this look, but just a little bit to give that more youthful look. I'm gonna start with the Master Chrome by Maybelline. This is in their shade Molten Gold. Like a flat foundation brush actually. And I'm gonna just start focusing it at the top. And then I'm bringing it up. This is where we're getting that. This is where that glass skin is really coming through here. This technique. I love this technique for highlighting. I'm going to take the Kylie Ice Me Out, and I'm going to apply this on top with my finger actually. And I'm just putting it right where the top of my cheekbone is. And this is because it's so white that it gives that like super glassy skin look. A little bit on the nose and here, Cupid's bow area, and here, a little bit on the top, underneath my brow bone area, and a little bit in the inner corner area, just to brighten it up. This is the Jaclyn Hill Loose Highlighter in the shade Balm. Dip a little bit into the container here. I know it sounds crazy. And after I dip the product into the brush, I'm going to spray it with my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And I'm going to lightly bring this all over. And basically what I'm doing is I'm blending out the highlight that I just put on, because I want to bring it down a little bit. I don't want it to be too much of a streak. Take that same mascara and do the same thing. I'm going to do my lash primer. And then I'm going to let that bottom mascara dry off a little bit before I go ahead and put any setting spray on my face. I'm going to just put a little bit of the Patrick Ta Body Oil, A Dream Champagne. It is so pretty. So I'm going to spray it on to this brush like so. And then I'm going to put it all over my body to give myself that really pretty glow. It smells so good too. Yes, I love this stuff so much. Especially on a date night or something. This, and the way that it smells seriously so bougie. Take some of the highlighter that's left on my brush. Just highlight a little bit. For lips today, I'm gonna use the NYX lip liner in the shade, Sand Beige. I love these. I'm gonna just hydrate my lips a little bit first with the Winky Lux Coconut Lip Balm. Has some color to it. In the middle, I'm going to put the Milani More Matte. And then right on top of that, I'm going to take the Patrick, because why not? The Patrick Ta She's Expensive lip gloss. Alright guys, this is the final look for the golden hour makeup look. I absolutely love the way that this turned out. It's just so glowy and just so sultry. I just absolutely love this so much. I hope that you guys try it and recreate this look because it's just so much fun to try out different looks and do photo shoots and just have fun. I mean, I know that we're stuck in the house, so putting on makeup and doing some glam while you're in the house can actually be really fun. And make some TikToks, take some Insta pics, have fun with it, shoot a video, do it on your phone, do it on your camera, have fun. I'd love it if you guys would support and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to post as much because now I've just been told that we're going to be locked in the house for another month. So there will be much more content that will be coming out. I'm working on a ton of stuff. So I hope you guys loved this look today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.